Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen Addicts Anonymous. I'm Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo, your host. Today's kind of a weird day because it's been a week since I posted a video. I'll go over the couple of things that have happened in the last week. First, about 10 days ago, I got a new monitor and it got delivered last week. I set it up, moved my old monitor over to a different computer, and moved the monitor from there into a different room to give to my son to use for his Xbox. And then something strange started to happen, something I was not able to track down until last night. Every video I shot, every screenshot I took was either overexposed or very dark, and I couldn't figure it out. I went through the settings. I tried to look at if did something change, did my update to the latest graphics driver ruin everything? And then it came down to one thing. Microsoft Windows automatically set my display to auto HDR, which does make things on the screen look quite impressive. But for games that don't support HDR, like Star Citizen, it's kind of boosting those elements by increasing the brightness and increasing the contrast, thus making the whites whiter and the darks darker, and, well, let's just say, it messed up everything for a week. Every bit of footage that I had recorded was unusable. It was either too dark to see or just overexposed and just looked horrible. And it took me a long time to track that down. Now, why did it take me a long time to track it down? There were a couple of things going on. First off, last Friday I tore my rotator cuff. It's a slight tear. It hurts. Took some medication, but it really made it so I couldn't sleep. And when you don't sleep, you don't get a chance to think, concentrate, form sentences that are understandable. And I was irritable, lashing out at my friends who I was playing with. It was a bad week. I feel better now, and I fixed the problem as soon as somebody that I was playing with said, check the Auto HDR feature. I didn't even know they existed, checked it off, and everything is perfect. In the meantime, we had a non-citizen con. Well, I'm not calling it a citizen con because there were no citizens involved. In the pandemic, many electronics companies started doing information dumps instead of having big events where they invited live human beings to them. And I think that works in those situations because electronics, although we're all looking for the latest phone or the latest computer or the latest device, going to conventions like that, it's just, I don't know. Maybe some people really like it, like a journalist, but it's not for me. I want to be around people. I want to be around people with the same interests. I want to meet new people. I want to meet the people that I've been playing with. I want that camaraderie. I want to be around people that experience the same experiences that I have. And that's what CitizenCon has brought me many times. But citizens or not, CitizenCon came and went, and it was actually peculiar. Right? It was strange because it was a lot of information that we already knew. We've already seen Pyro. We got to see a little bit more of it. We got to see the rivers that are going to be in 3.18. We got to see these wonderful underground environments that we're going to be able to do missions in. And we got to see a couple of controversial things like the changes to EVA and the changes to our combat system. Kind of like going back to the old combat system with some nuances. So there was a lot of information dumped on us, and in a good way. I think sometimes when Chris is able to speak just on his own, he says things that we all want to hear, but things that just are not going to come to fruition. Like we're going to have Squadron 42 in 2016, which didn't happen. I think that this was a good format for getting information to us, but it was not a good format in bringing the community together. So I applaud CIG for reining back on all of the fanfare and pomp and circumstance around things that aren't going to happen. And I hope that next year we could have a live event where we get to see each other again, because I'm really getting back into this game and want so badly to see the people that I know play this game along with me. Now, I have been doing a Zero to Hero on Cosmic Cat, which is just a character I have just in case one of my sons want to play. I have 3 computers in the house now. I have 2 sons, and a Zero to Hero with a character that has a Cutlass, and an Avenger Titan, and a Pisces, and an Aurora LX, and a Mustang Nomad just didn't seem like it was, well, if I'm trying to be transparent, it wasn't fair. So I created a new character, spent $45 on the game, which I said I wasn't going to do anymore. But I did it so I can actually have a character that started off with 20,000 UEC, or I think it was like 5 or 10,000 UEC. It was really low. And I decided that I was going to do it with one of the worst starter ships. I think it's a great one, but a lot of people say it's horrible, which is the Mustang. And I wanted to show people that you can jump into this game and not worry about anything at all. You can start on a simple $45 ship, any $45 package, and jump right into the game and make enough money, probably depending on your skill level, within a week to get a ship that you might want to start moving you towards the ship that is, oh, how do you say it? The meta in the game, whatever that might be. I get a little bit fed up with people saying, buy this ship, buy this equipment, because it's not always the case that that meta ship is the meta ship for you. There is so much to do in this game. So much diversity in the mission structures, so much diversity in the job roles, that you should be able to choose whatever ship you want. Don't go for the ship that people say, hey, that's the one that's going to be best in all these situations. You know what? CIG makes beautiful ships. Buy the one that you want, and I'll show you how to make money with it. Anyway, we're trying to, this is called CitizenCon Rehab for a reason. I'm not going to talk about CitizenCon. I'm going to talk about thoughts that I have afterwards. It's no doubt that people that know me are beginning to understand that I'm really here for the long haul. I love the game again. I'm having such fun in it, and I'm looking forward to a lot of the changes, especially in AI. The AI they showed us that's going to go in Squadron 42, so we probably won't see it for a year or two here, and if we do see it earlier, I'd be surprised. But I'm very excited about what they're showing because this is too easy. I've walked past 2 people already. So I have this, it's kind of this challenge that I've been doing with my low-end characters. I jump into one of these bunker missions and I go in with a flight suit and a helmet. That's it. No guns, no med pens, no medical guns, nothing. Just my bare fists, and I see what I can do. And it's just trying to give a little bit of challenge to the game, but it's also one of those diversity things I'm talking about. I've mined in the game over the last week. I have done the bunker missions, the 890 jump missions, search missions, missing person missions, grab that box missions, and a fair bit of bounty hunting. I don't know of a gameplay loop that's in the game currently that I haven't had fun at. In fact, I never thought that I was going to have fun. See that? He didn't even kill me. I never thought that I was going to have fun in something like mining. I bought a rock, accidentally bought a rock DS first, didn't fit in my Nomad, but I bought a rock and went out and mined up a couple 100,000 in gems over the course of 2 hours, and God, what fun was that? And that is something that anybody can do. And if you like fishing in MMOs, you'll like the mining system here. So with everything that's coming, everything that we were shown in, wow, I can't believe the body count I have in this one area right now. Look, oh, how do you kill this guy? My God, he just keeps getting up. So I'm sorry, just looking at the way that I played this is kind of exciting, and I'm very intrigued with how this mission actually went. Anyhow, let's get back to the point of this whole video, which is just trying to get thoughts out there before I start to really dig deep into CitizenCon's different panels. There's a lot coming, much coming in 4.0, but with 3.18 being so important and not readily available to us yet, I find it difficult to be all excited about 4.0 because we know things change along the way. There might be huge additions to it, I'm hoping exploration, and there might be things that are delayed, like the Hull C, or some other ship that we've been promised, like the Banu Merchantman. Whatever it is, right? So I want to look at what's in front of us now. Pyro's going to be fun, but exploration has to be opened up for it. Salvaging coming in 3.18, that looks like another gameplay loop that will be interesting. Whether it's done on the surface with your hands, or it's done in space with the Vulture, I think it's going to be something that's going to give even more people something to do. And I've been watching a lot of videos about CitizenCon from some of my favorite streamers like Down to Earth, Astronomy, Law of the West, Youngblood, and Board Gamer, and so many. And a lot of them are open-minded about it, but some of them have been very succinct in things that they're saying. I think that people forget that this game was built to be a living, breathing, dynamic universe for us to live in and play in. And many people look at things like the addition of a new ship, like the Spirit, saying, oh, it's not going to be as good as the Cutlass, why even buy it? And I look at it like this. People gear themselves up to the max for this mission, because that's what they're told to do. Heavy armor, huge backpack, and FS9s, whatever, Gallants, Klarna rifles, and that's the way they have to run this mission. And I'm coming in here practically naked, running this mission, and still getting it done. Which I'm trying to make the point here. Star Citizen is about what you want to do in the verse, not about what the meta is. Forget it. Forget about what the best weapons are, what the best systems are, what the best ship is, what the best gear is, and go out and have fun while you can. As we get nearer and nearer to a release sometime in the distant future, things might change. But for everybody to have the same gear, the same ship, I think it would be a very, very, very boring game. I've been very excited about what's coming out for many years, only to have nothing come out. But for the first time in a long time, I'm excited about what is here. I think that guy's still alive. Was he? No, he fell over. Okay. That was a huge corner where everyone just came at me at once and didn't fire at me. Server tick rates can really stink if you're on a server that's very late. On the other hand, I've been on missions where I was killed repeatedly on a brand new server, and you know what? It was just as fun as coming through here and living through an ordeal where you went in naked. Star Citizen's about having fun. Star Citizen is about being you in this verse. Star Citizen is about meeting people, playing with your friends, and having those experiences that make you go, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. I'm going to go over everything that was at CitizenCon. My channel is back. A week off doesn't mean that I disappeared. It just means technical and medical difficulties. But those aren't going to happen often. I want to bring you the best content I can, and I will. And I'm just saying this. Be yourself. Buy the things that you want to, and make the game what you want it to be. But more so, do it with friends. because I'll say the best moments I have in this game are always when I'm playing with friends. All right, that's it for now. I've got to go and look at my notes and figure out which one of the panels I'm going to talk about first. Usually for me, it's about the ships, but I think I'm going to hold off on the Spirit until the Q&A because there's a lot of weird things going on with the specs across the different media that CIG has. So we have to hold off on that. I think I need to talk about combat because it's one of those things that makes people angry, disgruntled, and you really have to go back to what Chris's vision is and what my vision is too. So we're going to talk about combat next. So I'm going to dissect that and bring that to you. And I'm going to leave it up to you what we talk about after that. I think EVA is something fun to talk about, but I think it's got to be tied to something else because when I talk about it, I'm going to talk about it very quickly. All right, I'm going to go. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and continue to come back to me when I come back to you. I really appreciate it, and I'm humbled. With that said, you all be safe out there, and I will talk to you soon.